It was supposed to be her big moment. The lights dimmed, the music blasted, and one by one, WNBA stars stepped onto the court for all-star introductions. But when Angel Reese's name was called, something happened that no one expected. Nothing, no cheers, no camera flashes, no chants of Bayou Barbie. Just a cold, deafening silence. And the cameras caught it all. Angel smiled at first, maybe expecting the delay to turn into an eruption, but the eruption never came. Instead, fans stayed seated. A few turned to watch Caitlin Clark being swarmed on the opposite sideline. Angel looked around, blinking fast, her smile fading. Then, she walked off the floor mid-intro, eyes red, clutching her jersey as the arena spotlight moved on without her. Within minutes, footage went viral. And what happened next left the WNBA shaken. Did the league set her up? Were fans intentionally told to snub her? Or had Angel's non-stop controversies finally caught up to her? Sources say the moment broke her spirit, and what happened behind closed doors afterward has the league on edge. This wasn't just a snub, it was a takedown. From viral college icon to WNBA headline machine, Angel Reese has lived her career under the blinding spotlight of fame and controversy. Her journey from LSU to the Chicago Sky came with sky-high expectations and even higher scrutiny. From her unapologetic attitude to her social media callouts, Angel's presence has never been quiet. She's loud, proud, and commands attention, but that attention has always been a double-edged sword. It all began during her breakout NCAA season. Angel Reese shattered rebounding records, taunted opponents with unapologetic flair, and delivered LSU a national title in spectacular fashion. She became a brand overnight, gracing magazine covers, locking in sponsorships, and earning the nickname Bayou Barbie, as fans celebrated her charisma. But as the attention grew, so did the backlash. Whether it was her infamous gesture to Caitlin Clark, her fiery press conferences, or her refusal to back down from critics, Reese became a lightning rod for drama. Some labeled her a hero for speaking her mind. Others called her a diva. The divide grew deeper when she entered the WNBA, drafted by the Chicago Sky. Angel walked into a league desperate for attention and found herself competing with fellow rookies like Caitlin Clark, who had already become a national darling. Suddenly, every game wasn't just basketball, it was a ratings war, a media spectacle, and a culture clash. And Angel, with her bold confidence, found herself at the center of it all. Again, but what fans didn't see was the pressure building. Behind the scenes, sources from within the Sky organization say Angel's adjustment to the league wasn't smooth. Some veterans allegedly didn't appreciate her social media antics. Others were frustrated by the constant media circus. One team insider claimed, "It always felt like the Angel Reese show, and everyone else was just a background character." That tension boiled over during All-Star Weekend. Angel was selected as a reserve, not a starter. That alone stung. Then came the rumors that her entrance would be overshadowed by others, especially Caitlin Clark, who was being marketed as the face of the event. Angel reportedly voiced her frustration to team handlers, demanding answers as to why she wasn't being treated like a star. But nothing could prepare her for what actually happened as she stepped out onto the court during player introductions. Fans who once screamed her name sat still. No cheers, no chants, just a wave of silence. And in that moment, something inside Angel snapped. The woman who once stared down crowds and opponents with unshakable confidence suddenly looked lost. She didn't wait for the cameras to cut away. She walked off the floor. And that walk, captured from multiple angles, is now at the center of one of the most explosive moments in WNBA history. Was it a fan protest, a league manipulation, or the moment Angel Reese finally realized she'd lost the crowd? We're only getting started. The moment Angel Reese stepped onto the hardwood for the All-Star Showcase, she expected applause, even if not the loudest. After all, she was one of the league's most talked about rookies. Her jersey sales had spiked in the weeks leading up to the game. Her social media was booming, and even her critics admitted, love her or hate her, Angel moves numbers. But this time, nothing. As she was introduced, a painful silence blanketed the stadium. A few polite claps echoed faintly, but they were swallowed by the massive arena's emptiness. Meanwhile, when Caitlin Clark's name was announced seconds later, the building erupted. Fans stood, phones flashed, chants broke out. It wasn't just a difference in energy, it was a total imbalance. From courtside sources, several WNBA officials backstage reportedly looked stunned. One described it as the most uncomfortable moment of the weekend. Another league rep allegedly muttered, "We didn't expect it to be this bad." Angel tried to keep her composure. She waved, forced a smile, even gave a few fans a salute, but the camera captured it, the way her face dropped when she realized most eyes weren't on her. The twist came just minutes later. Instead of joining her teammates on the bench during warm-ups, Angel turned around. A few security members tried to guide her toward the designated path, but she brushed them off. Cameras caught her sprinting down the tunnel, one hand covering her face. It wasn't just disappointment, it was a breakdown. Insiders say Angel was sobbing uncontrollably by the time she reached the locker room hallway. One staffer who witnessed it firsthand leaked to media. She was screaming, "Why don't they love me anymore?" over and over. And here's where the first major twist hits. Angel had allegedly warned league reps 2 days earlier that she was feeling ignored and left out of all-star marketing materials. According to leaked emails and text messages verified by a team assistant, Angel's camp asked the WNBA to highlight her more prominently in promotional ads. They felt she was being downplayed to elevate Caitlin Clark. The response? Silence. She felt like she was being erased, one source close to Angel explained. They used her for views and controversy, and now that they had Caitlin, they didn't need her anymore. That belief turned into resentment. It all exploded that night. To make things even worse, league PR scrambled to do damage control within minutes of her exit. A backup statement was drafted blaming a personal health concern, but Angel never approved it. Instead, her team dropped a cryptic message on Instagram hours later. "When you realize you were never part of the plan. Stay tuned." Fans went wild. Was Angel calling out the WNBA? Her teammates? The fans? No one knew yet, but the situation was unraveling fast, and what happened after her exit would push this story into full-blown chaos. Because this wasn't just a moment of pain. It was a turning point for everything. Angel's sudden disappearance from the court sent the entire WNBA All-Star production team into panic mode. Producers were scrambling backstage. Coordinators were on walkie-talkies trying to locate her. Reporters started whispering. And the energy on the court? Tense, her teammates glanced toward the tunnel, confused and trying not to make it obvious. Multiple camera angles showed them whispering to one another, Camila Cardoso with furrowed brows, Araiko Gunboale throwing side glances, and even Aja Wilson appearing visibly uncomfortable. But the real chaos unfolded behind the scenes. Sources say that Angel Reese locked herself in a private medical room, refusing to talk to anyone. Her personal trainer reportedly tried to coax her out, only to be told, "Let them have their show. I'm done playing mascot." That single line changed everything. Behind closed doors, WNBA officials allegedly began debating whether Angel would be suspended for walking out mid-event. One anonymous exec was overheard saying, "If this becomes a media circus, we'll have to make an example out of her." But another source fired back, "If we punish her, we'll look like we're silencing a black woman speaking out. This could blow up in our faces." While the league debated damage control, the internet exploded. Videos of Angel's tearful walk-off flooded TikTok and X, formerly Twitter. But instead of universal sympathy, the reaction was deeply divided. Some fans accused her of being overdramatic, while others said the league had disrespected her for months. Then, out of nowhere, came the shocking reveal that changed the entire narrative. A leaked rehearsal schedule was published online by an anonymous account claiming to be a WNBA production assistant. It showed that Angel Reese's introduction was originally planned with special effects, fireworks, and fan cam cutaways equal to what Caitlin Clark received. But at the very last minute, those effects were pulled. The same insider posted this message, "Y'all wondering why Angel looked so broken? They stripped her segment the night before. Said it was too much drama and not what the fans want. She found out during final walkthrough." Fans and media outlets pounced. If true, the WNBA had intentionally silenced Angel's moment to avoid controversy, even though her name helped fuel ticket sales. Within an hour, screenshots of emails, Slack messages, and text exchanges started circulating, allegedly showing WNBA marketing leads debating whether giving Angel equal screen time would detract from Caitlin's spotlight. That's when it hit. This wasn't just about one player feeling ignored. This was a systemic decision to sideline Angel Reese during the league's biggest weekend, all in the name of protecting their new golden girl and Angel. She knew it. That Instagram post, "When you realize you were never part of the plan," wasn't just emotional, it was a calculated shot, a declaration that she'd been set up. and the fallout had only just begun. Because as Angel Reese remained missing from the bench and silent on camera, the All-Star broadcast carried on. But fans everywhere were now watching one thing and one thing only. What would Angel do next? The public reaction to Angel Reese's walkout was immediate, electric, and divided like never before. While the All-Star game played out on national TV, the real action was unfolding on social media, where hashtags like #JusticeForAngel, #WNBA setup, and #AngelIgnored began trending within minutes. Twitter X was flooded with raw fan footage of Angel's silent walk through the tunnel, shoulders hunched, towel over her head, and not a single All-Star staff member following behind her. One viral tweet read, "Caitlin Clark got fireworks, Reese got forgotten. Make it make sense. We see the bias." Another fan posted side-by-side videos comparing the entrances. Caitlin Clark walked out to roaring applause, flashing lights, and announcers hyping her up like a champion. Angel's entrance. No spotlight, no fanfare, no mention, just background music and awkward silence. And then came the celebrity reactions. Shaquille O'Neal went on Instagram Live and didn't hold back. "If y'all don't want her, send her to the TNT set. She a queen. The disrespect ain't even subtle no more." Cardi B commented under a fan post, "She been carrying y'all league on her back, and y'all gone treat her like a ghost. Nah, I'm done." But perhaps the most damning reaction came from within the WNBA itself. Sky teammate Marina Mabrey posted a cryptic tweet that sent shockwaves through the league. "Don't let the lights blind you. We know who they're trying to erase." Aces star Kelsey Plum retweeted it with a simple emoji, and while some fans defended the WNBA calling Angel too emotional or dramatic, even those critics were quickly drowned out by a tidal wave of support. Instagram stories from several WNBA players started surfacing with broken heart emojis, crying faces, and one phrase repeated over and over: "She deserved better." Meanwhile, ESPN analyst Andrea Carter called it what it was on live TV. "You don't accidentally forget Angel Reese's entrance. Someone made a decision." And that decision told a very loud story. Nike, who had just launched a campaign with Angel the week prior, went silent. Reebok, her current sponsor, posted an image of her with the caption, "You don't dim a light, you let it shine. We stand with Angel." The fallout had now crossed beyond basketball. This wasn't just a WNBA drama. It was a cultural moment, an emotional, public reckoning with favoritism, visibility, and who gets to be celebrated. And just when fans thought they had seen the worst, the story took one final twist that no one was prepared for. Just when the storm seemed to hit its peak, and the headlines were already exploding, something happened behind closed doors that shook the league from the inside. Leaked footage, grainy, captured on what looked like a security camera, hit Reddit and X just hours after the All-Star game. The video appeared to show Angel Reese in the locker room, breaking down in front of the WNBA All-Star organizers. She wasn't yelling, she wasn't causing a scene. She was sobbing, whispering through tears, "Why even invite me if y'all plan to treat me like this?" In the background, a woman's voice, allegedly an event coordinator, can be heard saying, "Angel, it wasn't personal. It was just timing and logistics." To which Angel reportedly snapped back, "No, it was a message. And I heard it loud." But here's where it gets even more shocking. According to a source close to the Chicago Sky, Angel is now considering taking a break from the league altogether. The insider claimed, "This broke something in her. She feels set up. She doesn't want to keep showing up just to be humiliated. She's weighing her options: media, fashion, international ball. This might be her last WNBA season." And that's not all. That same night, Caitlin Clark reportedly tried to reach out to Angel privately. The two have never had a warm relationship, but sources say Caitlin sent her a message saying, "You deserved better. I'm sorry you felt erased tonight." No response from Angel, just silence. Meanwhile, Reebok released an even bolder follow-up post the next morning: "We stand by our queen. Always. Sometimes silence speaks louder than applause." And the WNBA, they've launched an internal review. But fans aren't buying it. Now, the basketball world waits. Will Angel Reese return? Will the WNBA own up to what happened? Or is this the beginning of a massive divide in the league that may never heal? One thing's clear. This wasn't just a bad night, it was a public betrayal. And Angel Reese may never forget it. If you've made it this far, you know this wasn't just another All-Star weekend. This was a turning point not only for Angel, Reese but for how the WNBA treats its most talked about stars. Whether you love her or hate her, Angel Reese has carried this league's media presence on her back all season long, and when the cameras were finally all on her, the lights dimmed instead. Literally and figuratively. This wasn't a snub. It was a public humiliation, witnessed by millions. But now the question is, what will you do about it? Do you think Angel Reese deserves better? Should she walk away from the WNBA and take her talents where she's truly celebrated? Or is there still time for the league to right its wrongs? We want to hear your take. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't hold back. Are you riding with Angel no matter what? Or do you think this was all just overblown drama? And if this story shook you even half as much as it shook Uzmik, sure you smash that like button so we can get this video seen by everyone who needs to hear the truth. Subscribe to the channel if you believe these stories deserve to be told raw, emotional, and unfiltered, and most importantly, hit that bell so you don't miss what happens next, because trust us, this story is far from over. Angel Reese may have left the arena in tears, but something tells us she's not done fighting. And when she claps back, the whole league will feel it. Stay tuned. Stay tuned.